Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
That's a good shot.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long. From the gun, here's Goff. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it first and 10. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at #1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
At the Rams' 24-yard line.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. He's got daylight. He's at the 30, 20, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Check 99, check 99. Chance.
From the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mayfield on play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check 3.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season.
17.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points. But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Point it right.
Hey, turn it up.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the run.
Mayfield looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
We go tonight. 180.
Number 53, Mike 53.
After the interception, here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Christian Kirksey gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Now it's gone. Airing it out deep for Woods. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry, hurry! Hey, alert, 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 alert! Run, run, run.
Mayfield off the play fake. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, who picked it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
We go tonight. Line 20.
It's going to be a long day.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's Gurley.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
We go.
Goff on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. 30, past the 20, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 180. Hurry.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Pistol.
Under 10, 10.
Mayfield on first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the Rams' 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Pistol.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Watch the eye.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
At their 38-yard line.
4 down.
Goff now looks to throw. Going up top. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 1 yard to go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to make it 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And taken at the 46. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And Gurley on 1st down, no chance that time. He swallowed up for a loss of about 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Cut. 120.
Check 53's Mike.
Here we go.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
Hold on. Check.
Whip.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Mike, 58, right there.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now gone. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Room here to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now Mayfield. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again they run with Gurley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
180.
50 seconds, come on. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Gone. He gets it to Gurley, complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The Browns drive about to get started. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Play fake. Mayfield is going to fire one deep, middle of the... And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
76, tell him. 76.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And a good tackle there right around the 30 stops him short of the 1st down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, who picked it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. The stop was made by Jannard Avery. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. And that's complete to Cooks. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Rams on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 5. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the Browns' 23-yard line.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on.